this video, I'm going to be talking about the outlook for the Bank of England base rate and therefore mortgage rates over the coming months and the next 5 years. If you find this useful, please make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel, because I do update this every month. So you'll see this regularly updated so you can take account what the market's prediction of where the base rate and mortgage rates might be in the future. If you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump straight across to the market's predictions of where rates will be. So you can see on screen now that I've got a chart here which maps the market's predictions of where the Bank of England base rate will be in the future. And of course, mortgage rates are based off of these. There are 3 lines on screen at the moment. You can see each line represents the prediction made on the stated date of where the Bank of England base rate would be. So the purple line is the prediction that was made on the 7th of July. We've got the prediction on the 7th of August, which is the green line. And the most up-to-date prediction we've got is the red line. So that prediction was made after the latest inflation numbers came in lower than expected, and of course the Bank of England actually held the base rate at 5.25% in September. So that actually surprised the market. Now you can see here that what's happened in recent months is the market has predicted that the base rate will probably hit a peak around about 5.5% later this year into early next year. So that means there could be one more rate hike left. If you compare that to what was being predicted just a couple of months ago, the market was predicting that the base rate would hit 6.5% in the spring of 2024. So that's a significant difference. Now, I do also want to just give this some context, because if you look at the yellow, or the orange and blue lines that I've put on screen, these are recent predictions that were made by the market for where the base rate might be. So you can see there's the April prediction, so April 2023 is in orange. The blue one is August 2022. So you can see how far out they were. So only in the spring of this year they thought the base rate wouldn't get much above 4.5%. We now know that's not true. And of course, look at the prediction just over a year ago. They thought the base rate wouldn't get above 3%. Well, we also know that's not true. So it just means you have to take some of these predictions that the market makes with a pinch of salt. Looking off into the 5-year distance, you can see that the base rate is predicted to be somewhere just under 4%. So bear that in mind when you're making decisions regarding mortgage rates. Now, of course, this is the base rate predictions. What matters is mortgage rates for mortgage borrowers. Now, the average mortgage rate at the moment, if you're looking at a 75% loan to value for a 2-year fix, is 6.65%. If you want a 5-year fix, that's looking at 6.15%. Now, those numbers have stabilised somewhat. The 2-year has come in slightly. That's the average in the market. Of course, if you want the best rates, if you've got a high loan to value, so you've got a lot of equity in your property, the rate you can get is much lower than that. If you want to find out what the best rates are, then I suggest you go over to the Money to Masses website, where we look at the best mortgage rates in the UK. There's an article I've just pulled up on screen. We'll put a link in the notes of this video to this article so you can look at it in your own time. Pause this video as I scroll down it if you want to look at the rates in particular. But in this article, we cover the best fixed rate deals for 2-year, 5-year. We look at tracker rates. We look at first-time buyer rates. We also look at buy-to-let mortgages. We won't cover them all in this video, but you can see here the best 2-year fixed rates are now around about 5.45%. If you've got a 60% loan to value, if you've got an 80% loan to value, looking at 5.75%, and 90% loan to value, it's 5.85%. If you're a regular viewer of these videos, you'll notice that that's actually higher than last month, quite a bit higher in fact. And why that's happened is because some of the smaller building societies out there were putting out some really low rates to attract business. They've since pulled those rates as they've got all the business they need, and now some of these rates are reflecting the wider market, so some of the bigger lenders. That's why the rates appear to go up. It's just that last month the best rate was an outlier and much lower. So these are the rates you're going to get around about now. Always check this article. There is a link, like I mentioned, because they change all the time. Best 5-year fixed rate you can find there on a 60% loan to value is about 4.97%. 80% loan to value, 5.15%, and 90% loan to value is 5.38%. We also have 10-year fixed rate deals in this article, and of course we do look at tracker rates. These will prove increasingly popular if people start to believe that we have hit the peak of the Bank of England base rate. So if you found that useful, please make sure you hit that like button. I will be updating this, of course, regularly. We do have an article on the Money to the Masses website where I look at the market predictions continually of where that base rate might be. I'll put a link to that in the notes as well, so you can make sure you bookmark it. But if you've also enjoyed this, please make sure you subscribe to our channel.